Club members, welcome back to the Fletch cast. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. I want to talk about something today that is bigger than Stephen A. Smith. It's bigger than the National Association of Black Journalists. And frankly, it's bigger than the African American community. Because what we're watching right now is a warning for us, multicultural club members. Now, you guys know this about me. I am 100% multicultural. 100%. I'm also half African American, and I worry deeply about the African American community. Deeply. And one of the things that worries me more than anything is the utter lack of leadership. Where are the leaders? Where are the people willing to say, stop, we're not doing this to each other? I've said before that I think one of the last great institutions capable of providing that leadership is the Black church. African American pastors, African American ministers, African American bishops, because somebody has to be willing to establish some rules, some standards, some boundaries. And club members, we need to learn from this. Because if the multicultural community makes some of the same mistakes the African American community has made, we're going to get some of the same results. And one of those mistakes is incredibly simple. Stop publicly destroying each other. Think about that. Ronald Reagan understood this decades ago. Reagan became famous for what Republicans called their 11th Commandment. Thou shalt not speak ill of another Republican. Now, Reagan didn't actually invent it. California Republican Chairman Gaylord Parkinson did. Reagan popularized it and lived by it politically. And people laugh at stuff like this. I don't. Because there is something incredibly intelligent about it. It didn't mean Republicans couldn't disagree. It didn't mean Republicans couldn't argue. It didn't mean somebody could do something stupid and everybody had to pretend it wasn't stupid. That's not what it meant. It meant, why are we publicly supplying the ammunition that somebody else is going to use against us? That's different. And look at what's happening now. Stephen A. Smith is fighting with the National Association of Black Journalists. We've got African American journalists publicly criticizing another prominent African American media figure. Stephen A. responds. Then somebody responds to Stephen A. And everybody gets a clip. Everybody gets a headline. Everybody gets a tweet. Everybody gets some views. But what does the community get? Think about that. What did we get? Because while everybody is busy winning the argument, the community can lose. And I want to be very clear here. I'm not saying Stephen A. Smith is right about everything. I'm not saying the National Association of Black Journalists is right about everything. That's not even my point. My point is, why are we doing this to each other publicly? Handle it. Call each other. Sit down. Argue. Yell if you have to. Tell somebody they're wrong. But why does everybody else need to watch it? And this is where multicultural club members need to pay attention. Because the world is becoming increasingly tribal. I've been telling you this. People are organizing around their interests, their communities, their religion, their politics, their families, their ethnicity, their businesses. Everybody is figuring out who their people are. And multicultural people better figure it out too. Because multicultural is bigger than race. I've told you this before. You can be Asian and African American. You're a club member. Latino and Caucasian, club member. African American and Caucasian, club member. You can be an 80-year-old white guy with 3 multicultural grandchildren. Guess what? You're a club member. Because this isn't simply about what box you check on a census form. It's about the shared experience. If somebody attacks your multicultural granddaughter because of who she is, you're involved. That's your granddaughter. That's your family. That's your experience. Welcome to the club. And being a club member has to mean something. It has responsibilities. We look out for one another. We support one another. We do business with one another. We celebrate one another. And yes, we tell each other the truth. If I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. If another club member does something stupid, somebody needs to tell them, that was stupid. I've said that forever. Leadership requires honesty. But there's a difference between correction and destruction. There's a difference between saying, Michael, you're wrong. We need to fix this. and getting on television and spending 20 minutes explaining to the entire country why Michael Fletcher is a terrible human being. What did we accomplish? That's the lesson I want us to take from the African American community. African Americans don't always need somebody from outside the community attacking them. Sometimes we're doing a pretty damn good job of it ourselves. And that's tragic, because the African American community has extraordinary people, extraordinary institutions, extraordinary history, extraordinary economic and political potential. But you cannot build collective power while publicly tearing the people standing next to you apart. It doesn't work. Republicans figured that out. Other successful communities have developed their own norms around internal disagreement and collective defense. And club members, we better figure it out too. Not because we're hiding the truth. The truth matters. Facts matter. Accountability matters. Standards matter. I've said that from day one. But community matters too. And there ought to be a moment before you attack another club member publicly where you ask yourself, does this help us? Does this make the multicultural community stronger? Does this protect our children? Does this create opportunity? Does this build something? Or am I just helping tear down somebody who is standing inside the same house I'm standing in? Because if we're tearing down our own house, somebody else doesn't have to. We'll do it for them. Club members, learn from this. The world is changing. The world is becoming more tribal. And I believe there is an extraordinary opportunity sitting directly in front of the multicultural community. But only if we recognize each other. Only if we support each other. Only if being a club member actually means something. Tell each other the truth. Hold each other accountable. Disagree. Argue. But whenever possible, don't destroy another club member on television. Handle your business. Protect the club. Build the community. I'm Michael Fletcher. This is the Fletchcast. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.